A natural catastrophe is a disastrous event causing destruction and chaos, disrupting normal life. The list is long, including droughts, earthquakes, pandemics, volcanoes, flooding, and more. The term comes from the Greek catastrophe, meaning and overturning. Given histories lasting hundreds of years, of course, catastrophes happened. How likely was it that people living to old age would not experience some kind of natural chaos? The list of villains throughout history seems endless. Records record emperors and generals, innovators not so much. Chronologically, there was Sargon of Akkad, Roman emperors beginning with Augustus, Holy Roman emperors beginning with Charlemagne, plus emperors from China and Japan. Add kings, especially those from the Middle Ages, and others. Recent villains include Hitler, Stalin, and Mao Zedong. Priests and other masters of propaganda could be equally insidious, worse if conspiring with the warlords. Droughts probably were the top catastrophe builders, not just an ordinary short-term affair, but droughts lasting decades or hundreds of years, particularly when the city-states were not on a river system. The empires on the Tigris, Euphrates, or Nile rivers, that would include Assyria, Babylon, and Egypt, were less prone to droughts than those that were not, like the Hittites. Trade advanced civilization, given David Ricardo's comparative advantage. During periods of peace and prosperity, diplomacy included exchanging goods between rulers. Then independent merchants could exchange goods between common folk, plus exchanging ideas. On the downside was the stowaway flea-infested rat, bringing contagious diseases like bubonic plague, smallpox, typhus, cholera, and influenza. Effective treatments had to wait for the 20th century. Even so, what about COVID? When rulers were elected, they could be competent. Thanks to primogeniture, the eldest son replaced dad on the throne. What could go wrong except for arrogance plus zero ability? Add occasional mental incompetence. Well, what makes a good ruler? I'd claim those who were educated, got along with subordinates, and preferred diplomacy over brutality and war. Most lists of great kings were those that were the most brutal and invaded other countries at the drop of a hat. Also horrible in my telling. Beats me. The rulers had literate scribes writing letters to other rulers, keeping accounts, and sometimes keeping favorable histories. Common folk were illiterate. If they rebelled, history was usually lost. It could have happened often. Likely after the Bronze Age collapse, Eric Klein assumed that kingdoms disappeared because the common folk rebelled and eliminated them. The peasants were still there, well, most of the time. Modern archaeologists and historians have tools to explain past catastrophes, everything from written records to archaeological digs to genetic analysis. Techniques get better and analysis improves, meaning explanations in the 2020s are better than those of even a decade before. Hopefully, what I say in these videos will stay relevant next time on food history and mystery.